Welcome all. Today we are going to look into list aggregate function. We are going to use Oracle list aggregate function. What is list aggregate? It basically transforms multiple rows into a formatted single list of values. So it is delimited by comma. For example, I have some data like this. A has value S1, A has S2, A has S3, B has X1, B has X2, B has X3. And I want the output to be comma separated value of any delimiter for that instance. That is possible with list aggregate. Okay, so this is the output that we can generate using the list aggregate. So what it does is it picks up these values and they are aggregated based on the column that we are suggesting. Now we'll start looking into various examples, and that will help you understand list aggregate. Uh, and it is quite widely and frequently used in our day-to-day work. So knowing this, it will help a lot. First, we'll just check our table. So we have this table: employee number, employee name, job, and everything else. So what we are going to do is we want all the jobs from the employee table to be displayed as a comma separated value. So I want president, comma manager, comma analyst, comma clerk, comma salesman. How can I do that? So here we'll use list aggregate. Okay. So the syntax is pretty simple. List aggregate, and then the column that you want to do the aggregation on. Okay. And then if you don't specify the delimiter, so this second second parameter is the delimiter. If you don't specify the delimiter, it will take by default comma. But we can specify. So I'm specifying comma here. And next we need to specify within which group, and in that group what is the order by sequence. Say I do order by job only. Okay, and this is my list of jobs. Now we will see the output. As you can see, we can see all the jobs now in the employee table as a comma separated value. But we have one problem here. We can see analyst is getting repeated, clerk is getting repeated. So how do I remove this? It's very simple. Just use distinct here. You can put distinct, and as soon as you use distinct, it will remove the duplicates. And now you can see this output. Okay. Now suppose this is across the employee table. Now I want to see various job titles by department. Okay. So again, this is very simple. I'll do a group by e dot department number. Here I will sorry department number. So let me check once. What is the column name? It's department number. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't put the alias. So now if I run this, so now I have department number 10, and in department number 10, which are the job titles? So we have analyst, clerk, and president. In department 20, analyst, clerk, and manager. 30, clerk, manager, and salesman. Now going ahead, what if I want to see all the values which is present in the employee table along with what I'm seeing department wise job titles? So again, it's very simple. I'm copying this part. So we'll use here analytical function. So I'll do nothing here. Okay. Now we will see. See, I'm putting this e dot star. I'm removing this. what will happen? What would be the output? So the output is the first query. We'll get all the job titles across the employee table. But I want to do the grouping, or basically do the bifurcation or bucketing based on department number. So how can I do that? It's very simple. I'll just put a partition by clause here, and we should see. So here department number 10 has analyst, clerk and president, 20 has analyst, clerk and manager, 30 has clerk, manager, salesman. So in this way, we can use list aggregate to do a lot of things, of which is very, very useful. Now again, I'll just change the delimiter. Again, we can see the delimiter here. We can use any kind of delimiter, whatever we want. And suppose if I don't specify anything, it will take comma as, oh, it doesn't take comma. Right. So it is not taking comma as default. So if I don't specify anything, then it doesn't take anything. Okay. So it will basically club everything together as a single string. Okay. Next thing. Suppose I want department number 10. Okay. I want department number 10 to be separated by, say, hyphens. Department number 20 by the separator, and then this one by colon. Okay. How can I do that? How is this possible? So here I can only specify one separator, but I want multiple separator based on the department number. So I have created one function for this already. So it's a with function. We'll use this query. I'll explain this query here itself. So okay, this is the output that I'm expecting. I'll just check department number 10. Okay, I've kept it as, I just changed 32 colon 20 to 5 and 10 to hyphen. So I just created this with function. It takes department number as input. If department number is 10, then I'll use hyphen. It will return hyphen basically, the delimiter. If it is 20, then it will return pipe. And if it is colon, then it will return, sorry, if it is 30 or anything other than 10 and 20, then it will return colon. So it's very, very simple. List aggregate, everything is same. Then there is the column that I want to aggregate, job, and then the function, okay, which gets me the delimiter. And what is the column that based on which I'm getting the delimiter? Department number. So I'm passing department number to this function. I'll get the delimiter here, and then everything is same within group order by, and then we'll just run this query. Okay, and as you can see, the output matches analyst clerk president for department number 10 pipe. So we were able to dynamically change the delimiter based on some parameter. So here the parameter was department number. You can have some any other constant parameter. So this is another thing, you can use a function. Uh, Function call, basically it's an expression or nothing else. Now next point, list aggregate. Okay, it always returns varchar2. Now varchar2 has two lengths. So the default length is 4000, and if it's extended, if the extended configuration is done, the extended parameter is done, then it is 32767. Now what happens if my list aggregation goes above 4000? Suppose if it's a default configuration of varchar2 of character, then what will happen? It will throw an error, but I don't want the error to be thrown. Then what is the option? Okay, then in that case, I'll not run the query, but I'll show what we can do. So in that case, if there is some overflow, okay, if the list aggregation, it's say it's greater than 4,000, I'm just taking the default where get to now. So I'm doing the aggregation on cat subtypes, the column, I'm aggregating this column, the delimiter, and then we have this on overflow truncate. So this is the keyword. So on overflow, do a truncate. What is the character that needs to be shown, which will signify that, okay, there is an overflow? It could be any character. It could be any character. By default, it puts triple dots. Okay. But I have put here exclamation mark. And then you have two options, with count and without count. So with count will tell me how many additional characters with count. Additional characters were overflown, and without count, it will not give me the count. So this is what you can do with list aggregate. I hope this was a useful session. Please guys like and subscribe, and I'll try to bring more and more videos on, and you can also comment if you want anything else or any other topic that I need to pick up. I would be more than happy to do for you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.